Yo, what's going on, everybody? Just straight out of Boston here, aka the King of Boston. Today we're back for some OOTP 16. Yes, this game is finally out. It came out yesterday on March 20th for those who pre-ordered. It comes out for everyone else on Monday the 23rd. You can get it off their website. I think you can probably get it off of Steam. But yeah, this game is finally out, and I'm pretty darn excited. So, because as I've said before, I'm home for the next week or so. I do have an opportunity to make some videos. Not really an opportunity to do like a whole OOTP series in and of itself, but certainly to show off the game a little bit and get people excited. And the series I'm going to be doing is with the it's going to be a continuation of my last series with the Montreal Expos. Now I'll explain it. I really wasn't planning on doing it. I didn't really mean to like double up on like the Expos content for the next week or so, but I decided the best thing I could do was to import one of my old OOTP series. And so I was originally going to continue my Portland Mavericks series, but I actually had forgotten. We had already won a World Series with this team. We won one in 2018, and we had just come off of a playoff loss to the Phillies. But yeah, as you can see, we'll go to team home screen. Like, I hadn't even remembered, but info, history, and we did win the World Series in 2018. So I mean, there's certainly room for a continuation for a team or a game mode like this, but I think it would be more fun if we continued the series that we really didn't finish, and that was with the Expos. And so hopefully we can get that done. I mean, you know, there's no really term, or there's no like a definite end for any type of series like this, but you know, once you win a World Series, I think that's really like what you can I don't even know how to describe it, but like, you know, if you win the World Series, that's sort of when you can start to think about moving on to a different one. But yeah, we never won a World Series with this team. In fact, we just missed the playoffs. So the last episode was the trade deadline for 2008, and I can show you the history here. So we have not made the playoffs yet. Yeah, as you can see, here's our history. So we did make the playoffs once with this group in 2006. Then we missed it in 2007 and 2008. This was a really disappointing season. Although, look at this, twice in a row we've really underperformed our like Pythagorean win-loss, which, you know, it just uses run differential. So that's pretty disappointing. But yeah, we can see we got a message from Matt Garza towards the end of the year, and the clubhouse is really going downhill. So it looks like we could use a change of Clay Williams got hurt too. We could use a change of leadership maybe in our Oakland devastated by playoff elimination. And the look at that, the Rays got to the playoffs same year they did in real life. But yeah, anyway, so it looks like it might need a managerial change. But we're gonna get to the offseason first. And actually, I suppose I could look at that. Longoria won the batting title. He's with the Giants though. The Rays do have BJ Upton. I forget when he was drafted. Yeah, he must have been drafted before. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, if we go to, what do we want to do here? Oh, hire staff, sign team staff. So there are some differences in this game that I'll try to point out as I go through it. But like one that I've noticed is when you go to hire staff, it's a little bit different. The staff that you can hire is a little different. So, well, actually, if I offer a contract, okay, so like, as you can see, there's no room for a manager. I guess they just assume that you're the manager now. It was kind of weird, like in the last game, sometimes it would like refer to you as the manager, sometimes it would refer to the guys you hire as the manager, but like, as you can see, we really need a bench coach and an assistant GM. So we should do that. Coach, and then, you know, so some of the ratings are different. So now it's coach tendencies, so you can have a reputation, and then there's personality, management style, and then, you know, if you want a hitting coach, you can have a hitting focus, be on like power, contact, or neutral. Pitching focus, you know, there's ground ballers, there's like finesse pitchers, power pitchers, stuff like that. So there's, you know, you can sort of dictate how your coaching staff looks like, but we should definitely try to hire this guy to be our bench coach. And I don't know if he's going to be interested. Oh yeah, he has no interest in being the bench coach for us. What about Cologne? Or maybe we should wait actually till the offseason starts, because there'll probably be more names available. But yeah, so I'm going to simulate through the rest of the postseason and up until the offseason starts, and then we will be back. Alright, so we are ready for the start of the offseason, and as you can see, pretty unsuccessful year, only a score of 30 out of 100. We did come in second in the division, and I promise I will, before the next episode, try and like fix the stuff with the team, because I know like the colors and all that are kind of screwed up at this point. You can see the logo. I wonder if I can select an old Expos logo now that they have the it must be in the database, because now that they have the biggest thing that oh yeah, I gotta like league jerseys. Yeah, there's got to be like an Expos one, because now they have the licensing. Yep, there it is. So yeah, I can actually probably fix that right now if I wanted to, but I might. Well, Alright, so this is the best I could do. I'll have to try and find my own thing of jerseys, because that is the only thing that they do not have. But yeah, so basically with this, maybe it'd be in here. I don't know if I check this folder. Oh yeah, I guess. Okay, so let's do Montreal Expos away for this one. Did I do that? But yeah, so basically with this game, the biggest difference between OOTP 16 and OOTP 15 is the licensing. So the oh Jesus Christ. So the guys at OOTP got the they got the MLB license for the first time this year. So it's the game's I think it's been produced since like the 90s, and this is the first year they have the license. So it's a pretty big deal. And it is pretty cool, because now they have the now they have like all the real logos and stuff, and now because of that I can actually just grab the Montreal Expos logos from the databases, because they do all the old seasons. They have like the they have all the old logos and stuff, so pretty darn cool. And let's just get the Expos hat in here, and then we'll be ready to go. Expos away hat, yeah, it should be the same. Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. So we got all that stuff. And let us hit OK, and yeah, there we go. It's all fixed. Cool stuff. So all right, review of season goals. So yeah, and then another thing about this new to the game is season goals. You get goals from your owner to keep them happy. Long term. So let's see. We didn't increase profit. Yeah, okay. I don't think we did any of his goals. Long term, I gave you the task of building me a contender last year. I understand there were bumps along the road. I hope you can learn from what you did this year. Don't let it repeat itself. So he wants a championship by 2014. Next year, achieve a winning record, improve your stolen bases, acquire a nationally popular player. And then, yeah, we also have to watch out for our financials. That is something new. And our budget's 89, so we might have to cut player payroll. Felipe Alou retired as our manager. And okay, so let's first I want to address the team staff. I'll probably do this off camera because I don't think people really care too much for this. Alright, so I offered a couple guys some contracts just for assistant GM and bench coach. So we'll take a look at the team payroll, and because we're gonna have to watch our balance from now on, and I think our payroll is probably exceeding what it should be. So let's go to front office. Is this what we want? Yeah, salaries. So right now, next year, we're already looking at an increase in payroll up to $79.1 million. So we might have to cut some. Certainly not going to do it with guys like Miguel Cabrera and Josh Beckett, because we made a big investment with those guys before. But yeah, maybe someone like Papelbon. Like, we have a lot of middling players here that I think we could maybe do without. Yeah, a lot of relievers. So maybe we should trade a couple relievers. We definitely want to keep Irvin Santana. I don't know what we want to do with Jeremy Hermidi. He wasn't that good last year. We definitely want to keep Alfredo De La Garza. He gave us a message too that he was like pissed off at us. I don't know why, but you can see he's unhappy. He wants to hit in the middle of the lineup, I guess. So there's another thing with this game is there's a bigger tendency to or I guess there's a bigger like need to keep your players happy. I deleted the message already, but that's something I've noticed. So arbitration, we definitely want to keep Matt Garza. Oh, he's so angry. Oh, he was not very good. I thought we made like a big, yeah, he was our first round draft pick. Well, we should keep him for that reason alone then. Santana, I'd love to work out an extension with Santana if we could, but I don't want to pay him too much for this next year. Yeah, okay, so he doesn't really want to work out one quite yet, so we'll just offer him arbitration. Cordero, yeah, we won't bring back. Del Carmen, $650K, we'll bring him back. He was solid for us last year. Yeah, this is where it's going to get dicey. Valverde, Broxton, and Papelbon all hitting arbitration. They're all going to look for a salary increase, so we might end up trading one or two of those guys. Keep all these other cheap guys. Dan Ugla also is going to want up in his salary. So we got him at the deadline. I remember we the Orioles had a bunch of infielders that we picked one off of them. But yeah, we will give Ugla that money. That is fair money for him. Hermida and Quinton. All right, so I mean, we should start to think about what our plan is with this team, just because it was a pretty disappointing season, and I would say we have a depth of outfielders, so that is something we should look to maybe get rid of one. But sorry, someone just tweeted me. Yeah, so we should probably look to trade an outfielder. Looks like third base, second base, shortstop. That's a pretty good infield right there. Loney. So yeah, Loney's a spot we could look to upgrade. If we could find a cheap first baseman for one of our outfielders, I'd like to do that. And I think, yeah, Malcolm Ray is probably fine as our catcher. And Soto. So we actually have two good catchers, so we could deal one of those guys. They're both making pretty cheap money though. Pitching, Beckett, Santana. So we're gonna bring all these guys back. Williams, he just out with shoulder soreness. He'll be fine. Jens, Hughes. All right, so yeah, if we had to cut player payroll, I'd say it's going to come in the form of some of those relievers, but I'll probably skip ahead here till the arbitration salaries get handed down, or unless we win any type of award, then I will let you guys know. All right, so one thing I actually did forget is the first-year player draft in this takes place in November, so we're going to have to do that right now. So we're going to be picking 17th, and let's continue the draft. I didn't really look at the draft pool, but we'll just sort by overall quickly, and we can highlight some of the good players before we get into it. Okay, I guess it's going to start there. But yeah, some relievers to start. Also some really good position players like Buster Posey. We've seen Andrew McCutcheon, Neil Walker. I just saw Madison Bumgarner to, highlight some more pitchers. So yeah, this is a pretty good draft class. We're going to probably be able to get a pretty good player at 17. So let's go to the next pick. Maybe someone that'll be MLB ready. Although I know it's a lot of relievers. In fact, let's just do batters for now. So yeah, we see Neil Walker, Kyle Blanks, so some solid position players here. Question is, can we? Okay, we have enough budget to go over the slot for a pick or two. So the question is, yeah, we really don't need an outfielder. Let's look at starting pitchers then. Yeah, Chassin, Brian Matz, Bud Norris. So there's some good players here. We could also look at potential too. Shouldn't just limit ourselves to trying to get a major league ready guy. A guy like Rick Porcello would not hurt either. And let's go back to batters to go by potential. Yeah, Ian Desmond, Kyle Blanks, Neil Walker. So looks like Walker's kind of peaked already. Desmond doesn't look like he's going to turn into anything too good. Same thing with a guy like Elvis Andrus. So I might go with the pitcher here. I think that would be the way to go. Maybe a guy like Porcello. Seems like he's going to be half decent. Chassin. I don't know. None of these guys seem like they're going to be too good. What is Porcello's? Okay, it'd be very easy. So we'll draft. Should we draft him and offer the slot is the question. I'm not too sure. I mean, we could get like a stud reliever too, but that's not really what I want to do in the first round. We can get some of these guys later. So yeah, I say we go for Porcello now. We'll draft and offer him the slot. Then let's go to the next pick. And we'll try to maybe get a position player this time around. And then maybe go reliever in the third round. I mean, I know relievers are valued lower than like regular players, but this would be an impossible sign. That's not worth our time. But like, I mean, I just feel like relievers, I mean, even at this point, relievers are probably going to do more than like, Josh Tully's ever going to do for our team. So, yeah, we already have a couple catchers. Jesus Guzman. Yeah, maybe we'll just go relievers at this point, unless there are any good starters left. Yeah, there really aren't. So let's just grab a reliever. This will make it easier to trade some of our relievers. We'll get Luke Gregerson. It looks like Axford was already taken. Draft and offer the slot. Next round, we can get Neftali Feliz or Ernesto Frieri. Feliz is a little younger, so we'll do that. Draft and offer the slot. Next pick, Esmil Rogers. Can he start? I guess not. But he's got starter stuff. He'd be a good long reliever maybe. We'll grab him. Yeah, so we're really deepening our bullpen. We're leaving at Henry Rodriguez. Because I already know there's not going to be any good position players left. And yeah, we will. Yeah, this is all players now. Go away overall. Alright, so that is going to do it for the first year player draft. We will complete that and then get back to you guys when we are at free agency. Alright, so we're at day 1 of free agency, and only thing I can say of note is that Alfredo De La Garza won the Silver Slugger for second base, right there, and he also won the Gold Glove at second base, or the Glove Wizard, as they call in this game. Oh, and Milton Bradley won too. I did not even notice that, but yeah, so we can see our arbitration salaries were handed down, so top free agents, I mean, we're not going to have any money to play with, I'm pretty sure. We can double check to make sure of that. One thing I've noticed is that the free agency screen in this game moves a little slow. So like this might, well, okay, so like when we hit free agents, it's going to take a moment to load up. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're not going to have the money to really do anything here. I'm just kind of double checking to see what our financial situation looks like. But yeah, we're probably going to have to unload some relievers, which is, yeah, so our player payroll is $81 million. We are going to want to unload some of that, but that's one of the reasons why I wanted to draft, all those relievers. Oh, here's the stuff I should change to make this Montreal, MON, Expos, historical team ID, yeah, we'll keep that. City, oh wait, we can do exact city, Montreal. No matching city found. What? Montreal. Oh, maybe we should put it in Canada. Montreal. There we go. And now we gotta fix all this again. There. Boom. And background picture. Can we even get an historical one? I don't know. Whatever. We'll leave it. So, and I'm not even gonna bother to fix that. So let's do salaries. So alright, we're at 81 million. We're gonna probably deal a guy like Broxton, a guy like, I mean, nah, we probably want to keep George Jens, Papelbon, and maybe deal an outfielder too like Quinton. So we're gonna definitely be doing some selling. We'll hopefully pick up some cheaper pieces and maybe even just fortify our prospect system a bit. But yeah, so I'm going to do all this off camera, and we will get back to you when we get back to you. Alright, so I think I found our first move we're going to make. So I talked about dealing an outfielder for possibly like a first baseman to replace a guy like James Loney. And I think I found a pretty appropriate deal. Adrian Gonzalez is being offered up by the Arizona Diamondbacks for Jeremy Hermida, who is a little bit cheaper than Carlos Quinton, but it's also, a little bit worse. And plus, we just made a pretty big trade for Quinton. To give you guys a refresher, so we got Malcolm Ray, but we also gave up Frank Daniels, Escobar, Herman Palacios, who's one of those pitchers we signed, and Alfredo Rivera as well. So, yeah, Rivera had a really good year. Holy crap. Look at that. Holy smokes. Holy shnikes. But he's 29 years old. Anyway, so that's a pretty substantial trade, so we probably want to hold on to our investment in Quinton, but at the same time, that makes a guy like Hermida expendable. So the White Sox have really been pushing hard for an outfielder. They've offered up pretty good prospects for both Hermida and Quinton, but I think I'm going to go with Adrian Gonzalez here. He's only a 2.5-star player, but it's definitely an upgrade over Loney. He's coming off of an 850 OPS season, and he's had a couple really good years. I guess that's a AAA year, but still in about half a season with Colorado, 1.3 WAR. So I kind of want to see this trade. Let's see. Back up here. For Tadahito Iguchi. It's interesting. But all right, so we'll do this. Get Adrian Gonzalez, and if there's anything else we can get, like Octavio Cruz. I'm kidding. Okay, so here's something else I'll point out. So there's a big new strength screen. This is really helpful when making trades. I played around with OTP a little bit already before making this video, so I sort of know how stuff like this works. So I'm not just talking out of my ass here, but so the strength. So I'm pretty sure green means good, and red means not good or whatever. And you can see this is starters, and this is prospects. So you'll know if the team has a good player coming up the pipeline, they probably won't trade for a position at that player, maybe here, like left field. So they probably won't trade for a left fielder, but you can see they really could use a current day left fielder, and they could also use a long-term right fielder. So Hermida could fit really either one of those. He's only 24 years old. And you can see they have a first baseman already good in Adrian Gonzalez, and one coming up the pipe with you know, some prospect, I'm sure. I'm not sure who he is, but you can see we have a pretty weak first base overall, so we could really use an upgrade there. But the only question is, can we get anything else out of this, like a low-cost starter? Probably not, but sometimes you can swap crap for crap, and sometimes it can be advantageous for you. But it looks like, yeah, they're not going to give up any other starters. Maybe we could get like a reliever. Even that doesn't look like is going to be doable. We can give up one of our got like this, but yeah, it might be worth it to give up, get a guy like Dwayne McCarthy. Or what about CJ Wilson? Oh, we couldn't afford him. Yeah, so maybe we'll get Dwayne McCarthy as well, because Hermida is a little bit better than oh wow, they don't, okay, here are their prospects. Yeah, Hermida's a little bit better than Adrian Gonzalez currently, so we might be able to get a little bit more value out of it. Yeah, so we give up Hughes, who is 20. Yeah, we don't want to give up Phil Hughes, who's been a little disappointing, but that's all right. Excuse me. So let's give up Hughes, and we'll get Thomas Pineda, who's 23 years old. Looks like he's going to be pretty good. He could actually be a starter. So yeah, we'll take him. And if we wanted to get Dwayne McCarthy too, let's go back to their Major League roster. What else would we have to give up is the question. Probably not too much. Yeah, we could give up Robinson. Minor league free agent sign Derek Robinson. Looks like it could actually be half decent. What about? Oh, we can give up Loney. That might make sense. Yeah, let's give up James Loney in the steal too. Why not? We're already getting a first baseman back. Cool. So that frees up some money. Now I'm gonna continue to try and deal maybe a reliever or two to free us up some more money, even more money. All right, so I have like a series of moves I'm about to pull off in one string. So we're gonna. I've found it like nearly impossible to unload Jonathan Broxton's salary, which is surprising because he's pretty darn good. But just the fact of the matter is, not a lot of teams have money to move or money to utilize, and people aren't going to want to spend that much money on a closer in this kind of market. So we're actually going to include Adrian Gonzalez, really just to dump this money. Gonzalez doesn't get much himself. I mean, there's like, well, okay, maybe what I'll actually do, now that I think about it, is I'll give up one of these pitchers that we don't need more. I think I'm not going to need Matt Garza at this point, just because we have some growth in our prospects coming up. So we'll give up Matt Garza as a former first-round pick, unfortunately, but he really did not work out with us. He was never too good. And we're going to pick up Zach Miner and Emiliano Fruto. Fruto's really the only guy we're going after. Miner's just to make the money work, quite frankly. But yeah, we're going to do this trade. It's a really bad trade, I know, guys. Don't kill me. But what we are going to do is shop Adrian Gonzalez, and we will be able to pick up, I don't know if I can actually shop him today. No, I don't think I can. Okay, we'll skip ahead a day. But yeah, so we're going to move Gonzalez because I am kind of an idiot and didn't realize I really didn't need a first baseman because of Malcolm Ray. But the one thing we can do, yeah, so we're going to get Sterling Carter, this guy who, well, actually let me look at Martin Prado first, making $3 million. Coming off a semi-productive season. But Sterling Carter's 25 years old. He's pretty angry with his gig in Florida, so we'll pick him up at the least. He's an asset. And he's cheap, so we freed up. Now we have $7 million available. And the other move that I'm considering doing is we could trade Giovanni Soto for... let's see. This one first baseman that we got offered for Soto. And if we did that, we would keep Ray and put him at catcher. Yeah, Dudley Greer. So Greer's coming off of a pretty good season, 867 OPS. He plays first base as well as corner outfield. Came up with the Tigers, so we could pick him up and put Ray at catcher. This makes our defense pretty poor, but I don't know. I don't know whether I should do that or I should just keep Soto, put Ray at first base. I mean, what did we give up for Soto? I'm curious. Arnold McMallon. Oh, he's been pretty good. Dang. We gave up McMallon, Luis Ayala, Jack O'Donnell, and Gary Anderson. Looks like 2-0 players. Yeah. But McMallon's pretty good. So, yeah, we give up Soto. We get Dudley Greer. Like I said, it makes our defense a little worse, but I really think it would make our offense a lot better. So I think we'll do something like that. Unless we get any better offers here. I mean, Mark Mies, Xavier. Yeah, the White Sox have been trying to do a deal with us for a while. Juan Uribe, shortstop Juan Uribe. No thanks. So Pudge Rodriguez down there too, but he's pretty old at this point. So we'll go with Dudley Greer. And I don't know if there's anything else we can get out of this. I don't think we're going to be able to do much besides this straight up 1-for-1 swap. This doesn't necessarily save us too much money. It's more of just swapping a player for another who we think will do a little better with us. Man, they have some good starters. Wow, I would like one. Daniel Cabrera. Can't even afford him. Cole Hamels. Yeah, we would have to give up something pretty major. Nope, there's nothing we could even do. Dudley Greer. What about like Boone Logan? Okay, we can get Boone Logan too. He's not making anything. Helps rebuild our bullpen a little bit. Will Venable? Do we have to give up anything to get Venable? He'd be a good fourth outfielder. Nope. Okay, so we'll just do this, I suppose. Billy Butler, same thing. We could give up maybe Kevin Hart, 25 years old, or Fruto. Yeah, we'll give up Kevin Hart to get Billy Butler. But I'd rather have Will Venable. But they're not gonna. Yeah, they really want something for Venable, so we'll get Billy Butler. And I think that will probably be it, unless they have any prospects they want to give us as well. David Robertson looks like a pretty mean prospect. Yeah, they're not going to give us this guy. You're kidding. Yeah, I am not. All right, Jose Hernandez. What about him? Can give up. Nah, I don't want to give up any of these guys. Okay, so we will do this trade. Giovanni Soto and Kevin Hart for Dudley Greer, Boone Logan, and Billy Butler. And now I don't really think we have the need to go ahead and trade any more of our relievers. We could trade Jose Valverde, who's making $3 million, and hold on to Papelbon. But he's not really going to get us anything, and I think we've done enough to get our payroll back to where it needs to be so we can obtain that balance for our owner goals. Let's take a look at the free agents, though. And if there's someone we want to sign to, I mean, I don't think there's going to be, but it's another way to free up money. Other than that, I'll probably start simulating. Yes, we have a little bit of money for free agents. We have none for extensions, though, because we have another player payroll boost next year, which means if we wanted to sign anyone, it'd probably have to be to like a 1-year contract. But, I mean, there are some guys that we could get for cheap, like Marcus Giles. Didn't we have Giles at one point? No, I guess we didn't. But he'd be pretty good. Maybe I considered signing him at some point. I'm not too sure. God dang it, this screen is really, or this new, like, I don't know, the free agency in this game just goes so slow. It is unfortunate. It's my only complaint so far, though. Yeah, Jose Cruz. I'm pretty sure we had Jose Cruz at some point. Yeah, I mean, there isn't really anyone here that piques my interest in terms of cheap free agents we could get, unless we wanted to get, like, a starter. But, if we go to our pitching staff, so we're going to have Beckett, Santana, Williams, again, Jens, and Hughes, and then other guys we can add on to that. No one on the disabled list, but if we go to players DFA'd, we'll be able to add all these relievers, plus I think if we go to our AAA roster, so we're going to have, yeah, we're going to have a ton of relievers to add. Can Masterson start? I don't think so, no. But I know, like, Edison Volquez maybe. He might be a bullpen guy, too. Volquez was kind of disappointing, all in all. I know Jeff Samardzija is almost ready. We have him. He might be in AA. Yeah, here he is. Oh, he might be a reliever, too. Oh, wow. Jonathan Neese looks like he's going to be a closer. Ooh, Neese is going to be ready this year, though. We'll promote him to the active roster. 2007 third-round pick. And, yeah, we're going to want to put, like, Gregerson up. We'll deal with all this later. But, yeah, we don't really... I mean, we could use one more starter, potentially. So, if we wanted to sign someone cheap, I think we can get rid of... I think I will get rid of Valverde, because he's been pretty unhappy with his role in the bullpen. So, I'll try to sign one starter, I think, and also trade Valverde. And then, at that point, we'll probably just start simulating most of the offseason. I'm pretty sure this video is already dragged out a lot further than I wanted it to. But let's do free agents and starting pitchers. So just getting a slick starter helps for depth. Obviously, there's no real need to explain it. Kelvin Escobar, Aaron Harang, John Lackey, Rich Harden looks like the cheapest available. But we're gonna have money to spend. How about Escobar for $4 million or Pryor for $5.5? I have a thing for Mark Pryor, so yeah, we did used to have him. I remember we got rid of him though, but let's get him back. Oh, he's a Type A free agent, so we'd have to give up a draft pick. Never mind. Do not want to do that. Definitely not. What about Escobar? Type B. Okay, so we would have to give up a lesser draft pick to get him. He wants 2 years. Oops. That came on the screen. That should not have. I'll be sure to blur that out. Alright, so 2 years, $4 million. I'd rather do 1 year. Okay. So we'll do that, and we'll also trade Valverde, and then I will get back to you when we have the results of both those moves. Alright, so I decided not to trade Jose Valverde just because the offers were so bad, or like, not even the offers, but like the deals I was trying to work were so bad that it's just not worth it. I'll just hold on to him, and if I have to deal him at the deadline to get my money back in order, then we will do just that. But for now, we have the Rule 5 draft, and let's make sure that we have no one unprotected here. Pretty sure this little quirk still exists where you can just double check, although this is moving pretty slow itself. But yeah, if we go by overall, come on game, there we go. Okay, so we actually did leave a ton of guys. Whoops, let's put him on the active roster. Go back. Oh no, this is gonna take forever. Alright, so we protected the guys that we needed to protect, and we will skip to our next pick. I don't think we'll pick anyone, though, to be honest. I mean, we could get someone like Chance Young if he's still around, though. Could be a good depth infield option, although I guess we have Sterling Carter already. If you wanted the fourth outfielder, see, Espinosa's 25. We could get Brett Wilkerson back. Not the worst idea, actually. I don't know what he's making. Yeah, nothing. It's just minor league money. Yeah, maybe we'll get Brad Wilkerson back. Why not? We can bring him back. He was pretty horrible for us in his last stint. He was with us last year, wasn't he? Or 2 years ago. Yeah, we'll get him back. Why not? Brad Wilkerson. Wow, this takes forever. This is pretty slow. I hope they update this. Maybe it's just because it's an old game. I don't know. Could be it. Database is a little old because of that, but whatever. Draft player, and then we'll just skip the rest. And I'll probably actually cut out until we get a reaction from Kelvin Escobar or Mark Pryor. Alright, so it took like a whole month, but Kelvin Escobar finally signs, so he's making $4 million. He's either going to be our 6th or 5th starter, kind of depends, but we have the money to spend, so that was good. And it's only a 1-year deal, so it won't affect our future money. And if we go to team home screen and front office salaries, yeah, so I like the idea of swapping one of our better relievers for a guy like Escobar. Gives us some stability in our rotation. And our player payroll's down to $76.3 million, so that looks pretty good. And I think we are pretty much set to go. Probably going to just simulate the rest till we get to spring training, and then I'll mess around with lineups and such. I'll also look at free agency. Oh, there we go again. I'm going to have to blur that out. We are going to, simulate ahead till probably the start of, let's make sure we got all our draft picks signed. Yeah, we did. Probably simulate till the start of spring training and see if there are any bargain guys that want to come on and sign with us. But until then, we will cut out once more. So here's one thing that's new. They actually have like a date for the Hall of Fame voting and stuff like that, and make it a bit bigger of a deal than it was in previous years. And you can see we have the percentages. So Wade Boggs and Ricky Henderson get elected. Cal Ripken falls just short in his first year in the ballot. A couple other names. Now, obviously, this is like in the past or whatever. So, I'm like Ripken's already in the Hall of Fame. He's probably got in on his first ballot, but whatever. I know Andre Dawson got in. I assume Tony Gwynn got in probably on his first ballot as well. So yeah. Anyway, that's pretty cool though. All right, so we are at the beginning of spring training, and I think I'm gonna finally pull off some sort of Jose Valverde trade, and you can see it might even cost us one of our guys in Thomas Pineda, who we just picked up, which is kind of unfortunate because we gave up. What was that? That was the Adrian Gonzalez trade. Whoops, go back. Where was it? Well, no, it wasn't this trade, was it? Dudley Greer. No. What am I doing here? Thomas Pineda trade with Arizona 11/21. Yeah, here it is. Gonzalez. We got we got Gonzalez, McCarthy, and Pineda. We got a pretty good haul from that trade overall for Loney, Hermida, and Terry Hughes. But at the same time, we need a backup catcher because we did trade one and didn't sign another. So we get rid of Valverde and Fruto as well. We just have so many relievers. We really don't need Emiliano Fruto. He's depth, and that's really about it. And that's that's the reason why I want to trade Valverde too. We just have so many relievers at this point that are MLB ready, because we really did a pretty good job of picking up a lot of those in the offseason. So we could give up Brad Wilkerson, which I think I'm going to do. It really would be the smart move to just give up Brad Wilkerson in this trade instead of Chase Arnold, who's this 2-star potential starting pitcher. But he looks like he could actually turn into like a representable starter. So I kind of want to hold on to him. And we did sign Ben Grieve to be a left-handed outfield bat, so we really don't need Brad Wilkerson. So we'll probably do this. Yeah, we're going to have to give up a guy like Pineda, unfortunately. Give up Arnold instead of Pineda. We could give up Phil Hughes too, but we really need Phil Hughes. We don't have... I mean, well, I don't know. He's 22 years old, though. Yeah, he's pretty half decent. He was good last year. We don't want to give up Phil Hughes, I would say. But, we might even not have to give up Fruto, to be honest. Hughes or Arnold. So we give up Arnold or Pineda. Pineda's 24. Arnold was a minor league free agent signing, I believe. Yeah. I think we'll give up Arnold then instead of Pineda. And if we have Arnold, we might be able to hold on to Fruto. Maybe not. If you have to give up Fruto, I really don't mind. Yeah, we're going to have to. Unless you want to give up Masterson instead, but we'll do Fruto. I think he's in AAA. Emiliano, where is he? There he is. Nope, not Boone Logan. Fruto. Just look at his ratings. Yeah. When am I giving that up? Alright, so we'll get Nick Hundley. He'll be our backup catcher. And, wow, who is it? Jorge Posada is still in the game. Do we get JT Snow too? No, okay. We'll just get Hundley. So there we go. That fills out a spot on our roster for backup catcher. And I'm going to do the lineups in like 2 seconds. I just want to, we're going to release, or not release, but put Robles in AAA. We'll have to waive in DFA him. It's alright. No one's going to claim him. He's pretty horrible. And we'll put Hundley on the active roster. There we go. And so we have one more roster spot, I believe. Actually, 2 more roster spots. One is going to be for a pitcher. I think we'll give it to Jonathan Neese because we could use a second lefty. And we are going to also... Okay. We're going to add a bat, and that bat is going to be that of... Who? Good question. May go with Melvin Wood for now. We could also try and sign someone. I might try and sign someone, actually, but I got to do the lineups anyway, so I will be back in a moment. Alright, so we are ready to go for opening day. We'll take a look at what our lineup's going to look like. To go Alfredo De La Garza, Elijah Dukes, Milton Bradley, Miguel Cabrera, Dudley Greer, Carlos Quinton, Malcolm Ray, and Dan Ugla. So despite only one true lefty in the lineup, we actually keep it fairly righty-lefty with the use of our switch hitters. We have Bradley hitting third this year, whereas I think we had Cabrera and Bradley flip-flopped last year. That's just because I want to keep a righty-lefty if I can. Dudley Greer hitting fifth, which would be a pretty good bat in the middle of our lineup. Then Quinton, Ray, Ugla. A lot of power. But the one thing I noticed about our team is it's going to be pretty poor defensively this year. We really don't have too many good defensive players. De La Garza and Bradley are about it. I guess Dukes can actually hold his own in left. Not really. Well, him and Quinton are both sort of adequate out there. Ugla's pretty bad at shortstop. Cabrera is pretty adequate at third base. Greer is not so good at first. And Ray is pretty poor behind the plate. So our defense won't be too good. That's definitely an area where we might improve as the year goes on. But we're going to be a team that scores a lot of runs. Our pitching is okay at best. I mean, Beckett, Santana, Jens, Williams, Hughes. There's definitely room for another solid starter in there. Our bullpen, I think, is going to be pretty good still, though. Papelbon closing it out. Gregerson and Neese to set up. Blevins, Feliz, Volquez with Escobar in long relief as our sixth starter. And we might even swap. I mean, we'll see how Hughes does this year. He had a good year last year, so we'll let him at least start the year in the rotation. But if he flops, I'm not going to hesitate to put Escobar in there. So anyway, that's what the team's going to look like, and that is going to do it for this episode. So this was episode 13. I'll try to put these out daily for the next week or so while I am home for spring break. Hope you guys are excited about OOTP 16. That's going to do it. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you did enjoy, and this is out. Peace.